Good morning, good morning. Welcome to 4x8 Paper Stuff. This is Beth. Welcome to My Time to Journal, an untrained person playing with lots of art supplies and having fun. Join me. Good morning, good morning. We survived another major day of storms last night. Ay, ay, ay. I took pictures of the sky. That was about 6 o'clock last night. Sorry, I'm drinking coffee. All right, I already did my journaling for today. This is day 90 of his trip. Almost day 90 of ours, it feels like. Not quite, but close. He's back in Tunisia. And he said, Tunisia is the smallest and most compact of all Saharan countries, as we've been used to driving 2 to 3 hours between trees, let alone towns or surroundings. Let alone towns, period. I can't read my own writing. Our surroundings are changing by the second. Within a half day, we've been from troglodytes to amphitheaters, and an hour later, we're at the gates of one of the largest and best preserved Arab fortresses in North Africa, the Rabat of Hartahuma in Monastir. Its towers and turrets stand proudly beside the sea, rich cream against azure blue, a survivor of 1,200 years of conflict. So, I'm going to pull this over and go here. Now, I have options. I went through a bunch of magazines yesterday, Daphne's Diaries, Rolling Stone, Architectural Digest, which is where I get a lot of stuff. I'm just looking for color, and I basically pulled out all these natural colors, which doesn't match the cream against the azure sea. Do I ignore that and use these? I have another option. I've already lost it. Oh, here it is. I think I'm going to use this. I made this paper. I just drew a bunch of circles on Procreate in a sloppy format, and then did a bunch of because we're winding down here. We have 3 days after today. I went ahead and blocked out. I haven't done it yet, but I blocked out the journaling for the next 3 days, and we're at the end of the book. Don't tell him I said this if you run into him, but the last book we did, From Pole to Pole, I think is what we did. He speeds up at the end in his writing. He's doing it this time too. Now, granted, there's some, conflicts and things going on. Like in Libya, he couldn't spend a whole lot of time. He had to get through there fast. A couple places he had to fly because of conflicts and road conditions. So he's almost done. But I have, so we only have 3 days left after today. So I did this on Procreate, blues and browns and greens, all natural tones. And then I took a bunch of words from the journaling over the last 2 months and incorporated those around into circles. And I wrote them very sloppily, purposely. And we'll see where that takes us. I have things like where he was, cities, Dakar, Bamako, Marrakesh, Fez, Misrata, Morocco, Western Sahara, Mauritania, desert sheep, tea, olives, camels, bareback, boots, Tuareg, his scarf on his head, sand, minders, in places they had to have minders, beetles, nuts, spices, tangines, just all kinds of stuff that he dealt with. Africa, Mali, Libya, Tunisia, Algeria, Niger River, Atlas Mountains, the Ahagar Mountains, Tenere Desert. I mean, just everything. And I like this. And it kind of goes with this green and brown that were already here. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. After that, I don't have a clue. Ooh. Cheyenne, Wyoming, 28. Feels like 16. More snow on the way. We've got, the weather is wacko right now. Carty, you've had wacko weather too, haven't you? Okay, here we go. Okay, so now what do? I don't know. I tore these to fit the pages. I really controlled my lumpy left, which is what happens when you go in order like this and you start getting that spine starts to roll. And I really controlled it by putting clips on it all night long. Hello, yes, your daddy's okay. You're okay too. The dog's right here. He's having a meeting this morning and he's trying, but then I realized I put it too far over, or my journaling was too far over, so I had to pull that up a little bit and move it a half an inch, quarter of an inch. And now we're good. Gunner, quit it. So, I inked up the edges with black, since the writing on the paper that I made is black. Quit. So I went over the edges with black ink, and then I went and tore a little bit of the leftover paper and put it on the back side of the tip in. And I like that. But now I'm not so sure what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go in with a lot of circles to go inside the circles from some of the magazine pieces I pulled. I would love to use that shaft of wheat somehow, but it doesn't fit in with the theory, not the theory, but the journaling for today or anything else. So I'm just putting down circles. I do a flip through of the whole journal at the end of this video so far, and circles are the predominant factor here. So I really do like it though. This has been a fun project, and we're almost done. And I sit here and I look at it for quite a while trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Decided to go around those circles with more black, and trials out, but we'll see. So when all else fails, you go to more paper and cut out more circles. This is just children's construction paper with jelly plate paint on it, and I filled in a couple blank spots, and it's not my favorite, but I like the concept of it, and it is something Allie Edwards did, so I was trying to copy her. Stick to your own guns, girl. I need to remember that. But I do add a little bit of a tab there to pull the paper forward. And here I am trying to figure out what I'm going to do with this stuff, which is just going to go in another envelope. You know that. Well, I've been sitting here for a few minutes and I'm thinking I might just leave this like it is. I love the words around it. Today's video might just be stuff I did on Procreate. I went in after I got the words down, and I went in with a tiny, what do they call it? Pencil. It's not a pencil. What do they call it? Inking. And I did a little bit of a yellow line. You can't really see it. You might be able to see it right there. It's faint, super faint. And I went around, so there's a lot of texture on this paper. And that might be one of the reasons why I feel like I'm not going to do anything else. But I really like this paper. So I think I might call this one done. But it's, it's all good all the way through here. Ugh. But my process, my end results have changed quite a bit since the beginning of this project, haven't they? But we're on 54, I think, day 54 of this project. So yeah, that can happen, I guess. There's a bright one. Oh, this one I really liked. Maybe that's what this page needs, is some gold paint. Not so sure I like that one. Oh, there's a dog scratching at the door. I like this one, but for different reasons. I love this one. This is that paper I made. This one's got little tiny pieces of collage on it, on scrap paper. These are little tiny collages that I did on the internet, on Procreate, and then cut out a couple other ones and put them on top so that everything was linked together. Oh, pomegranate juice, like that. There's a theme of circles going through here, isn't there? I do love circles. Anybody that's been around here for a while knows that about me. This is when I started doing these tip-in things, so I could have a whole page of art. Oh, I liked this one too. This was oil. Gas is important to Algeria, but ask Ukraine. Oh, God. Libyan border. Oh, this is where my book is starting to come unstapled because of water. I like this one too. More circles. This was blue, but this is when he starts going up the very north part of Africa and starts meeting up with the Mediterranean. That was an old piece of paper that I had from journaling in a Mark Twain journal. Leaving Tobruk. A lot of little circles, lines. Columns of ruins and tiled floor. That's what that was. Tripoli. Oh, this is pretty. This is really mellow. Some of these I'm going to photocopy and use for paper in the future. Oh, this is where we had the lotus. Kind of abstract. Oh, octopuses. Yesterday, under the olive trees. I really like that one too. Or actually, that was day before yesterday. Oh, I like this one too. Circles. Circles are everywhere. Circles. 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 Tomorrow's page, well, actually, I skipped a day. I skipped a bunch in the book because he starts talking about war. And there's enough war news on the TV, on the news. So I just put some paper in that I had jelly printed on and wrote war. And we're going to skip that section of the book. So we have Saturday's video, Sunday's video, and Monday's video. And we're done. So, fun. Trying to keep it kind of narrow by putting these clips on it at night. So, that's it for today. See you all tomorrow. Bye.